Explain why Beric would consider undersheriff over chief of police. What do you think the skeleton of Lasso would be? Sheriff and undersheriff, and then I think it would be...
Yeah, her boyfriend DeMarco gave me a statement, so I don't know how accurate it is. It's really simple. I was in there getting the car repaired. Bay went off duty. I was alone. Fredo rolled up to me, started, saying now it was time and, all this kind of stuff. He pulls out a knife, tells me to put my hands up, get in the car, we're going to go for a ride, something like that. Jonathan Acker, the attorney, as well as the other guy who I don't remember what he looked like. He was wearing like dark clothing, like maybe like a black hat of some kind. They both pulled guns on Fredo, told him to put his hands up. I got away from him, pulled my gun out, went to detain him. He resisted and then ran off. So I fleeing fell and shot him. I thought he had become incapacitated, but he stood up and lunged and stabbed me. Put him down.
What's on Beric's mind right now? The multitude of things. I mean, Andy situation's weighing pretty heavily on him still. The idea of being the undersheriff is weighing heavily on him. Constantly thinking about whether he's doing right and pushing stuff in the right direction. Undersheriff under who? Yeah, Cornwood. Yeah. Dose of Dewey. Why do you just keep saying no? Like, what? No? Like, okay. Explain why Beric would consider undersheriff over chief of police. Because when he originally came back to the city, like all he thought about was restarting the sheriff's department and rebuilding that. And all his ideas were kind of built around that aspect, kind of built around the sheriff's office in the north, and just Northern Patrol in general. And he was a deputy for many years ago, years ago. Yeah, I did see this guy. That was pretty crazy. Would Beric be okay with Cornwood being above him? Yeah, because he doesn't see like the chief and assistant chief positions or sheriff and undersheriff as like one person being above the other. It's like you're working hand in hand with this person. Yes, but the new chief would be the problem? How would Ruby being the chief be a problem? What do you think the skeleton of Lasso would be? Sheriff and undersheriff, and then I think it would be Cassidy, Bones, and Flop. It's like a lot of seniors. I mean, takes 2 seniors and a sergeant, yeah. But that would be it as far as command structure goes. Or we went to Alice real bad. 1, I don't think Kennedy would want to do it. And 2, Cornwood literally proposed the idea to Beric in character like a few days ago, which is why it's weighed heavily so much on his mind. That skeleton crew is top tier. It's hard to explain because like the vision is very clear, but I'm not gonna spoil how much stuff. And bottom line, like Beric wouldn't sidestep to undersheriff if he didn't feel that, people he'd be leaving behind to supplant him would be able to handle the entire job. We're gonna try and get a few out-of-state transfers for the skeleton crew, and maybe you can try. OC, is it farther along? Or are they really getting bureaucrated? I wouldn't. I don't think the city council meeting was anything to judge how far along the idea of the sheriff's office is. That's all I'll say. Only been chief for a month, and he's always wanted to leave for the county. It's not that. It's just that he's always felt that he belongs in the north, and he kind of took this position because he wants to do right by everybody and wants to balance the ship and put people in positions to succeed and to help others succeed. I had this like long haul idea for Beric to like essentially marry somebody that isn't a cop, and then they would like sway him eventually to leave in some kind of like really dramatic fashion, and then I would start playing another cop character, because I don't really want to play the same cop character for like, I don't know, like another 3 years or something like that. So Aubrey actually had a chance all those years ago. Maybe. Listen guys, the bottom line is, I don't care what anybody says. Unless S-Fan stops role-playing, he will be the sheriff. Like, I'm just being entirely honest. Like, unless S-Fan like goes to start playing WoW, like, or something like that, he'll be the sheriff. You think if Beric daps Rhodes? No, because Rhodes and him already spoke about it. And Beric's just gonna tell him straight up
Papa
because
776.
Beric knows that he can trust Rhodes,
No, someone.
and that Rhodes will play the long game like Beric will. Did that talk on stream? Yeah, it was earlier today. News on Rhodes liaison role. Listen, Beric was just like trying to get Egg Rhodes on to put his name in the ringer for the next PD liaison, because he's not gonna. We can't remove Malcolm. Beric's thinking ahead of time and just having the foresight to say, if Max makes it back in office to some extent, we need somebody to counteract them. We need somebody that isn't just going to let everything flow perfectly. We need somebody that's going to be a virus in the system to try and make real change, real beneficial change. You could fire Nakota? I don't think we can. Rhodes is kind of the war candidate. Yeah, I mean, it's either Rhodes or Aziz. A Beric pick for chief was awful. Why not Bones? He's got too many other responsibilities. Lenny for liaison. Yeah, you dress somebody up as Lenny, sit them at the table, and just have Moon do both their voices at the same time. And just have them yell at each other. That'd be so funny. Duncan would definitely speak more. Yeah, but is he going to be able to get his point across though? That's the thing. And is he going to be able to identify in real time when reading something? Because my biggest thing is like stuff like this. When this was changed, there needed to be somebody in this room that was like, hey, this was not the original plan. The original plan was for this position to be in full control of the PD and not have oversight of the mayor. And nobody spoke up about it. We need somebody that's gonna go to fucking war. That's what we need. But it's not gonna happen now. When we get a new mayor, we'll get a new PD liaison. Dakota will serve out the rest of his term, obviously. Conan Clarkson? Dude, that's definitely, I think like Conan or Duncan is definitely like the content choice for sure. Who's this? What?
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Oh, you're just hanging out?
Yeah, I like the interior of this house is actually really nice.
You know, you're a really interesting individual.
Why do you say that?
Just letting you know. You're a little interesting.
Yeah, well.
You okay, babe? You okay?
I mean, is anybody really okay?
I'm good. I'm perfect.
But yeah, you just got married, got a daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, married again.
Well, yeah, you know, vow renewals. So.
This is true. I thought you were retired.
Oh, I am.
Surprised. Think so.
I mean, you know how people are. They just take things and
Run.
yeah.
They do run like little birdies. Okay.
PD's communication is lacking. I mean, that's always been a thing, and it always will be. Is this house empty? Because it's unowned. Days of Bad Batch Academy is supposed to be on. Probably gonna be like, I was planning on April 5th, but apparently there's some kind of like WoW expansion or something like that going on, or something's happening. What does Beric know of the mayor's history? He knows he was a terrorist and he blew up a bus or some shit.